Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. We are at Jackson Lake. Beautiful Jackson Lake. If you're a local, then you'll get that joke. But we're going to try to catch us a couple bass. We're going to try to get on maybe a couple spots, maybe a couple largemouth. I've been itching to throw this shaky head, so we're going to try it. If that don't work, I've got some minnows. I've got this green light right here. We're going to drop this thing in the water. I guess we'll try to find some crappie schools if we can. See if we can slay some crappie. All right, I'll catch you on the water. All right, now let's make this happen. Oh, awesome. Love that. Love to see it. All right. Keep my motor from hitting the dock. I think it'll be good to go. See if we can't get out here and get us a fish. There you go. That's what you like to see right there. Okay, why are we going out like right here? Alright. I do expect it to get pretty shallow. So. Alright. Yep. Getting shallow. That is shallow. That is 1 foot deep. Less than 1 foot deep. Well, y'all want to know how shallow it would go? She'll go shallow. All right, so this is actually the South River and the Yellow River mouth that goes into the lake. It's Jackson Lake, Georgia. South River's up that way, in the Yellow River, and down here a little. It will get a little deeper in a second. We get all that soot that washes in here. I prefer this boat ramp still to this day. Everyone is like, you're crazy, you're crazy. Well, as you can see, my truck and another truck there. That's it. I mean, I can go spend 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, however long I want, and no one will show up. No pressure, no rush. Just get everything set up, get in the water, go fish. All right, no more talking. We're gonna go ahead and get some fish. I'll see you in just a minute. All right, let's go. Alright. We're at the dock. I mean the bridge. I gotta put these poles down though. I learned my lesson one time. This bridge is very unforgiving. Very unforgiving. Nothing. Well, back in there. I don't think a single rod is rigged up either. That's how prepared I am. Let my dad borrow that. Alright. We are clear of the no wake zone. Alright. Let's get to it. And change of plans. I just seen some fish busting out there. Hey. Just seen some fish busting out here. Alright. What we're gonna do, I'm gonna drop this trolling motor in. Guess y'all get a little demonstration of my homemade slide bracket. Pull that pin out. Eventually. Slide that thing forward. Loosen that coupler. Adjust that. Tighten that up. Put her in the water. Rotate it till it falls down. There's a remote right here. All right. Yeah, these rocks are here looking pretty good. Pretty steep bank right here, pretty deep. Find us some bass, coconut tree. Really good bait running around here. Doesn't throw as far as the braid does. That was 15 or 20 pound braid. I already know what's gonna happen to this first fish that I hook into, y'all. Don't judge me too hard, because this mono is gonna stretch like crazy. I already know it. Get us a little bass. I'm there. It spooked a little one when it hit the water. Got a couple of lakes I really wanted to go to. 2 weeks ago, we went camping at Lake Burton, Moccasin Creek State Park, up in North Georgia. I've never fished that lake. But Moccasin Creek is known for having tons of trout. So they stock the little creek that comes in. And I haven't been there since I was a little kid. And when I walked up to look at the trout, there was 4 or 5 bass rolling through there. The smallest one was 4 or 5 pounds. The biggest one, double digits for sure. 12, maybe 14. I mean, absolutely giant fish. Every single person that was fishing spent plenty of time, hours, trying to catch those fish that whole weekend. I tried for a little while, but those were more like pets. Well, that last day, I come back from fishing in the boat, walked right up with this shaky head tossed out there, and the double digit grabbed it. I mean, immediately. I was not prepared for it. I fought that fish for 2 or 3 minutes. Oh, got a little bite. I fought that fish for 2 or 3 minutes between 2 docks. And my dad was trying to get the net out of the boat because I knew I wasn't going to land him. Got the net. The dock was too high. He was too big. He ended up wrapping me around a dock piling and broke me off. I think he might have been 12 pounds. He was definitely 10. I think it was my PB. Definitely my PB on lures. I caught an 11-pound 3-ounce bass on some chicken liver one time at nighttime. No one believes me that. I got a picture of it. I was like 17 years old, 18 years old. Fishing at nighttime. Out of nowhere. Felt a little nibble. My line was way down the bank to the right for some reason. I was catfishing. I started reeling it up, and that girl started jumping. She was giant. I was beside myself. I had a buddy with me, and he was a good buddy because he jumped in the water and grabbed that fish. Walked it out of there, handed it to me. Back then, 10, 15 years ago. Wait, how old am I? Yeah. 12, 13 years ago. I didn't know no better. So I kept it, took it home, froze it. I did weigh it when I got home. It was 11 pounds, 3 ounces. The next day it spit up a half-pound crappie. I kept it in the bucket that night. Not super proud of that, but that was a long time ago. I would never do it now. Y'all, I'm hoping that I can get a bass right here. I got one nibble. Was it? exactly what I was looking for. We're gonna see if there's any crappie stacked up on this bridge right here. Since I'm right here by it, I might as well check it. See if there's anything I might want. Not much. Take that back. There's a couple of them right there. See them guys right there? It wasn't nothing to write home about. Let's go check something else out real quick. This other side. Next question is, how deep are they? About 9 foot, 10 foot. All right, doable. Let's see what we got here. Alright, there's a couple on this end. Not as good as the other end. So when I'm looking for crappie or bass, whatever it may be. By the way, I say crappie. Some people think I say crappie. I can't make myself say it. I don't know. Maybe it's a Georgia. Alright, I'm trying to look for these crappie. See if I can get dialed in on them. Then we'll get some rods in the water. I got them on the side scan right here on this bridge, but I can't seem to hit them on the down scan. I guess they're up under it a little more. I'll have to see. I'll get back with y'all as soon as I find one. Whoop. That was close. That was real close. Oh, there they are. All right, they're right on that bridge. All right. It's not great. Not a bunch of them. Maybe 12, 13. We'll try it. We won't spend too much time doing it. Check out that sunset though, y'all. It is gorgeous. All right, I'll find them. I'll get back with y'all. All right, this is gonna be our setup. We're under the bridge, we tied off. Looking like it's about 30 foot right here. I did mark a bunch of fish right on this pylon. Don't know what they are. I'm just kidding, they're crappie for sure. All right, we got the minnow down. No, all I need is something to distract me for a minute. And no doubt, I'll probably get a bite. grit. That's what the instructions say. All right. Grip and grip, all right. Grab my drink over here. Told you, spoke too soon. Now there's a couple bugs flying around. My wife said, I got dinner ready. She said, I gotta go catch dinner. How do you have it ready? Guess what? I didn't eat the dinner. Yeah, I'm eating Slim Jim. I have to cut this light off in a minute, y'all. Bugs are looking pretty interested. Let's see. This is the monster Slim Jim. You know, are you supposed to eat this whole thing? I don't know. Pretty positive there's fish here. I have a lot of minnows. So I'm gonna donate about 10 to the cause. Maybe 5. I put about 5 minnows in the water. they started panicking, swimming all around the light. I saw 2 flashes. God. Alright. That was cool. That was cool. That was like saltwater tactics right there. Threw a handful of bait fish in the water, drilled it immediately. I mean, immediately a swarm of fish came through. That was cool. That was cool. Wow. But, I mean, not a bad crappie. I mean, honestly, that's an eating size, for sure. But, I don't know, should I do a catch and cook? I think I'm going to. I think we're going to do a catch and cook. Even if I just catch 2. I guess if I catch 1, we'll be doing it, because I ain't going to let that one waste. I'll keep them alive, though. I have a net right here, yet I just struggled to catch a minnow with my bare hand. All right, same thing. We'll donate about 3 to the cause. And then I'm gonna drop down and see what happens. We're gonna go about 5 with it. I do have a green light in the water, so I'm dropping these minnows right in the middle of this green light. Trying not to let the fish see me because I can already see flashes coming through. Got it. Another nice one. I say nice. You can lip them. So, I mean, dude, I would do this all night. All night. Why I haven't tried this in a long time? This is ocean tactics right here. Dropping down, just throwing out some bait, some shrimp or whatever, and dropping a shrimp in the middle of it. Why haven't I ever tried this? God, this is awesome. We're doing a catch and cook. All right, we're gonna try to just drop a minnow down, see if it makes a big difference in time frame. I mean, maybe they're still fired up. They did just get 10 or 12 free minnows. See if it works. It could just be this light. No, I just stay there for 20 minutes and didn't get a bite. Bite. I think 5 would be nice. If we could get 5, it would be, I would feel better about getting the fillet table out and everything, but got it. Gotta keep our baby. Gotta keep her. That's what I'm talking about. Hold still, girl. I really don't like getting hooks in my hand, but 1 or 2 hooks in your hand for the car. This is a totally eaten size fish, but I am gonna let this one go, I think. I mean, yeah. Actually, let me measure it. Yeah, we're gonna let that one go, get a little bigger. It's only 10 inches. And, I mean, 10 inches ain't bad. 10 inches is you can totally eat that, but I am wanting to spend my time on a little bigger. I'm gonna try to use that minnow. It has a giant hole in its head, but we're gonna try it. I think if I move it around a little bit, kind of jig it really slowly. Why am I doing this? I have like 4 dozen minnows. Why do we do these things? I don't know. Alright, we're gonna put a live minnow on. And I gotta put some bug spray on. Those stems are back. Yeah. Oh, he's on there. That's where he's at. I don't even know how long he was on there for, to be honest with you. He broke my line. Well, we got us another one. That's about a 10 inch, about the same as the other one, but we are gonna keep it because at the end of the night, if we have to, we'll put them back. But I got 3 so far, and I don't really want to just clean 2 fish, 2 little fish at that. Can someone please tell me how that fish broke my line? Was it just a bad knot? Definitely looks like it was a bad knot. Alright, retie up. Throw them in the water. Get the frenzy going. And then drop down. Anyways, don't be that guy. It goes 30 miles an hour through the no wake zone. Alright. We want a 2-pound crappie. Is that too much to ask? I think we can do it. Y'all haven't already. I'm gonna put a couple more little fish in. If I hear one more fish hit top water behind me, you know what I'm gonna have to do. I got a top water rigged up right now. He hits top water one more time, I'm gonna throw it out there. He don't sound big, but you never know. Hey, I mean, if I don't catch another fish tonight though, those 4 or 5 are cool. Throwing the minnows in, getting a bite immediately, triggering a response. That's fun. That's cool. If y'all haven't already, like and subscribe. If anything, just subscribe. I'll be doing this every weekend. I'll do some lives during the week if I'm able to get out here. But yeah, definitely hit that subscribe button. It's a new channel, but I'm about to start dropping a bunch of fishing videos. I go down to Florida a good bit, fish the flats, redfish, trout, flounder, sea bass, that kind of thing. I've been going 6 to 8 times a year, at least, down to Perry, Florida. But right now, we gotta catch the crappie. I'm gonna throw some more minnows in there. A little more than I anticipated. I was about 6 or 7. But this is cool though, dude. I mean, I fish a lot. for whatever reason, I just never rolled footage. Not as much as I should have. Thinking back about it, man, if I just wore that GoPro, I'd have some cool stuff. We just went down to Spring Warrior in Perry fishing the flats about, I don't know, a week before Labor Day. And God, it was such a good trip. We limited out on trout every day. We caught our red limit. We caught 100 sea bass or more. We probably kept about 7 or 8 sea bass. We call them pink lips, but they're white grunts. We went out about 21 miles in this boat in the ocean. I mean, there was some big waves out there, but this boat handled it like a champ. I was not worried at all. We went out there and slayed the pink lips. I mean, I ended up putting 2 hooks on and was pulling up 2 at a time. But the pink lips, the white grunts, they're good size. They fight hard and they are delicious. Delicious. And then we come back and we were catching sea bass. Back to back sea bass. And then we just made the joke about cobia. Like it'd be cool to catch a cobia. And lo and behold, 2 big cobia, 3 and 4 footers came up right under the boat. We were about 9 foot of water. It was clear, crystal clear. And we were catching those sea bass on gulp shrimp like that, back to back. And when I do a video down there, I'll go through all that on my tackle with you and show you how we catch them. But I hooked into a sea bass right then. It was probably about 7 inches long, 8 inches long. It wasn't a keeper, but the cobia didn't care. When my buddy saw those 2 cobia, I barely saw them, but I was in the back of the boat. I caught that sea bass, I got him right to the boat, and just let it sit there for about 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and cobia just popped out from under the boat real slow, eased up over there. The sea bass was kicking, drilled it, and we were using 2/0 jig, 2/0 hooks on a jig head. I kind of panicked. He's 4 foot long. I was using a 2500. I had 20-pound fluorocarbon leader on there. And I was like, what do I do? He said, set the hook. So I set the hook. He took off for a minute. He pulled out probably 50, 60 yards of drag. And then he began circling. So I just ran circles around the boat. He wouldn't get no farther, and I was getting him closer to the boat, but I couldn't turn him. I couldn't actually turn him. We were just doing circles. And every circle, he got a little bit closer. Finally, after 10 or 12 minutes of this, we had him right by the boat. My buddy was following me with a net, just doing laps around the boat. We didn't have a gaff. And no, it was tragic. I knew it was gonna break. I was surprised that I had him that long. If we would have had a longer net or a gaff, we could have got him. Because we made laps around the boat. He was only 3 foot from the boat several times. And it just went pop, broke so easy. He didn't even run hard, it just broke. I knew it was gonna break. 20-pound fluorocarbon, I'd probably caught 50 fish on it. No, not really. But I had caught a good bit of fish on it. It wasn't frayed bad, but I was pretty confident that, oh. Well, what do you know? I don't know if y'all saw that or not, but I thought my line was on the bottom. And I thought my hook was on the bottom. It wasn't. It was swimming up towards me. Oh boy. It's talking fish talk. He had a little bit too long to eat that. So I guess I'm gonna have to eat him, but he ain't gonna make it. Oh, actually, said that. Come right out. He didn't swallow it. He was just back there deep. But yeah, what is that? Is that 5, 6? I don't know. It's a fish though. That is a fish. Let's get us another one on here. Get back in the water fishing. Do the mouth. They seem to be getting smaller. Alright, same thing. So what we're gonna do, 3 or 4 fish. Minnows. 3 or 4 minnows. Drop our minnow down right in the middle of them with the green light. And then we're gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, I'm not gonna do that. But, you know. Still got 2, at least 2 dozen minnows. She said I had 25. I tried to get a video of her, y'all. I wasn't ready for it. I went in. She said, yeah, we got minnows. Let me go back here and get them. Hand in my bucket. She went back there. There was a sign that said employees only. Then I heard her, she was like, oh no. And it was just, it sounded like she was fighting. And it sounded like she jumped in and was chasing the fish with her hands. By the time it clicked, I was like, man, I need to be videoing this. Fishing alive well. They were alive too. Well, when I threw that one in, the mothers about jumped out. I don't know if y'all heard that. I wasn't for sure about doing a catch and cook yet, but I got a pretty good bit of fish, but we do some fresh stuff. I do like cooking some fish. We fry it sometimes, but I mostly grill. I'll show y'all how I do it. I can't do that. I don't know how to do that. We definitely got fish swimming around down there. Alright. It has been a minute. Wait. Oh. I didn't even hardly hit the cord there. Alright. Well, it is probably the bigger one of the night. Oh, still. It is a pretty good one right there, I gotta tell you. Set that down. We'll throw it down, no worries. All right, here we go. Probably the last one of the night. Just a minute. We will scoop up about 3 or 4. All right, let's see if we can get one more fish. And we will call it a night and try to make our way back to the boat ramp. I think I'll need these. How do I always hook that? Throw a couple fish in. Wait. These bugs are going in my eyes. Okay. Fish. I keep saying this because this is the last one. This is the last one. So I am going to put all my minnows in the water. I'm all in. So I ain't got no more minnows now. Oh, Mike. Kind of wish I wouldn't throw my minnows in now because I don't want to stop fishing. When fish are biting, you don't leave. Oh, well, it has been fun, y'all. We have caught a good mess of crappie. I hope y'all have learned something. It was pretty cool. It's pretty cool using the minnow trick. I appreciate y'all watching. We are going to make our way back to the boat ramp. It is about 15 minutes of pitch black dark. So, oh yeah. Oh man. Gotta love it. I don't even want to open my door. There's so many of them. They're not in my truck yet, but so don't park in the tall grass. Oh my God. Well, back at the house. Look at what we got. They like minnows. They are very much alive. All right, well, I'm gonna get these guys, and then my truck and my boat has so many ants on it. So I parked my truck in tall grass, covered in ants. Covered. My boat was tied to the bridge while I was fishing, and apparently there was a lot of ants on the bridge because it was a lot of ants too, but nothing like my truck. I had to get a water bottle, rinse them off the door jambs just so I could open it and get in it. There was so many ants. I got a little video of it, but all right, well, we'll get all this taken care of. We'll see you tomorrow when we clean these suckers up and cook them. All right, welcome back. It's the next day. I don't know if you can tell, but it is the next day. So we're gonna clean these things up, and then we're gonna get them on the grill. I got 5 of them. Yeah. So I got 5 of them. These are probably just about as small as I would keep. I only kept enough for me and my family, my wife and 2 kids. Kids don't eat a lot yet, but so I only kept enough for what we need. So I'm gonna get started on these things. I use a this is an old timer, so it is an electric knife. It comes in a nice little bag. I've had it for, I probably had this thing for 2 years now, maybe longer. It's corded, but my buddies have some Bubba knives, the electric ones and battery powered, and every time we go fishing, they want to use mine. So let me plug this guy up. All right, so I've already rinsed them off just a little bit. Now, most fish are similar, but with the crappie, little smaller ones, you just kind of want to work your way down right behind the gill plate right here, down by the fin. And then I'll show you how I do it. A million ways to do it. Kind of get you a grip on there. Follow that spine down right to the tail. Stop right there. Flip it over. I don't know if y'all can see this or not. Flip it over and you see I barely wasted any meat, following right down through there. Lay this straight flat down right there. I kept the tail on. You see, I didn't cut all the way through. Tilt it down just a little bit on the crappie. I mean, and it comes out pretty clean, as you can see. Some other fish you might not want to tilt it all the way down. What you're left with, the way I just did it, you got this perfect piece of meat here. However, you do have the ribs right here. So you're gonna want to trim that section out. It's pretty simple. On the crappie, there should be a V. So if you got a little bit of meat right here on the bottom, so I'm gonna cut like a little V shape right there. So I run that knife down to there, and then across. And you're left with just that little piece of meat right there. Now, it ain't a lot. It's not a ton of meat, but you got this nice little V-shaped fillet. And it is pretty much boneless. I don't feel any bones at all. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. It's not a giant fish by no means, but you know, you catch a couple of them and you got your nice little mess. One side's always easier than the other side. Whatever you're used to might make it easier, but for a lot of fish, I always do one side much better than the other. Cut right down that rib. If you want to be really picky, you can. A lot of people are like, don't waste any meat. Nobody's perfect. Once I get done with them, before I cook them, I take them in, rinse them off good in the sink. Feel through them real good with my hands. Make sure there's no bones in there. I'm gonna feed these to my kids. I want them to be as boneless as possible. There's one down. You can basically see through it. All right. You don't gotta keep rinsing if you don't want to. I like everything to be a little cleaner. I clean my knife down every time, but I don't like to get anything on the body of it. Ain't no reason to get anything on here. I did bring out a little bowl. If you're freezing them, you might want to have a Ziploc bag. If you're gonna cook them that same day, you might want to just bring you a little bowl to keep them in. Rinse these off just a little bit. Like I said, they're gonna get rinsed off again in the sink, so it really doesn't matter. But you know. This is the harder side for me. It's just the left side of the fish. It's not that hard though. Some people will cut it just like that. I've cut it. Lay that back down on there. Flip it back over so that you have a flat fish still. There's no meat missing yet. And that, for a lot of fish, that does make it easier. And now you can flip them over. Trim both of them off. Flip it back over. Trim both of them off. Fish is meatless. Same thing. This one is a little bit smaller. Pretty boneless. And you got that little V right there. Some people will just, you know, to save time, just like that. And you have a little bit on that tail end right there under the stomach. It's up to you if you want to do that or not. If it's a bigger crappie, then definitely. If it's just like a 10-inch, 12-inch crappie, it doesn't matter. But if you got like a 1.5 pound or a 2 pounder, you can get a lot of meat off that lower section. I've had several knives. I had a really cheap electric knife from Walmart, Ozark Trail. It was like 17 bucks. It was good. It worked actually really pretty well. It was big and bulky and vibrated like crazy, but after about 1 season of using it, the blade was dull. And it was more expensive to buy a blade than buy a whole new one. This one was like 50 bucks on Amazon, I think. Might have bought it online. Pretty sure I got it on Amazon. And 50 bucks 2 years ago, still works awesome. It's cut through a bunch of redfish scales. I mean, it works good. The blade is long, so if you got a big fish, it works. If you have a small fish, it still works. A lot of people use the regular non-electric knife. I don't know why, but I prefer this, especially if you're cleaning a lot of fish. This makes it so much easier. And once you get it down, I mean, I'll try to clean any fish. When I started fishing in the ocean, most everything I caught, I'd never cleaned one before. I mean, especially like black drum. I didn't expect that to be tricky. It's kind of tricky. You just gotta start. You gotta start somewhere. Luckily, there are a lot of how-to videos on how to do a lot of stuff on YouTube. So hopefully, this will help somebody. Spread these out right here. And knock these things out. And they're ready to be cooked. This part you can totally use a regular fillet knife for. I just didn't bring one over here with me because it's only 5 fish. If you have 2 people and you're cleaning 50 fish, then you can be knocking them out, throwing these to the side. The other person can just be cutting these little ribs off right here. And can make pretty short work of it. I'm pretty hungry. I think I got back here last night about midnight. And my truck and boat was absolutely covered in ants. And I was out there for an hour and a half trying to get ants off of it. All right, beautiful, beautiful white meat fillets. I mean, perfect, boneless, fresh. And when you rinse them off in the sink, like I said, right before you get ready to cook them, we'll go through one more time, make sure there's no small bones that we can feel with our fingers, and then cook them. The way I cook them is super simple, super easy, and my wife is real healthy. She's all about eating healthy, no fried stuff. We do fry sometimes, but she definitely prefers grilled. And after a while, I prefer to grill. It is much easier, much faster, way less cleanup. All right, we'll get these inside and we'll show you how to cook them. All right, so for me, the easiest way, especially if you're camping or on a fishing trip or something like that, Walmart has these right here. You buy these cooking pans, cake pans, whatever they're called. Okay. I'm going to rinse it out a little bit. Definitely get these little glue stickers out of the bottom of it. They're non-stick. I put some butter down. We'll get this ready. We'll show you a really easy way to cook. These are super cheap. You can use aluminum foil and you can just make like a little boat with it, but this is the way that I do it. So we got a little bit of butter on the tray. We're gonna kind of try to put these on here, kind of on top of it a little bit. You don't have to do this. I mean, this is only gonna cook for maybe 11 minutes. Probably more like 10. Kind of spread them out like a little puzzle. I leave a little bit of room between them, but not that big a deal. I'll show you how I got it in just a second. Spread these out. Man, these are such beautiful little fillets. Me and my wife are starving. They're outside riding the four-wheeler right now, but we about to cook these things up and eat them. Probably gonna do some, probably just gonna do a salad. Who knows? All right. So once you got them spread out on your tray, you just, the way I do it, I got 3 seasonings that I like to use. All right, slap your mama. You want to be very careful with this one. Don't put too much. It is spicy. The fishmonger, the seafood blend, also, you don't have to put a lot of it. It ain't spicy, but you don't want to put too much. It will overpower it. And then just a little bit of garlic salt. You can use any kind you want to. So you're gonna put some garlic salt on there. And you don't have to put too much. I am gonna put a couple pieces of butter on top. And so that's gonna make a little bit of the seasonings run off. So you might want to put a little more than you normally would. This is the one you're kind of gonna put a little bit more than the slap yo mama. I'll show you in just a minute. Slap yo mama. That's what. Okay. That's the seasoning, just for the record. All right. And this stuff right here is there are several kinds. There's the hot kind. This is the original blend, and still it will get you. So You want to be careful. Just enough. I don't let it come out very fast. So it looks like I'm putting a lot, but I am not. This just gives it a little kick. All right, so then we're gonna cut up some butter slices, just some thin slices. And we're gonna lay them on top of each piece of fish. Pretty thin slices. As thin as you can cut them. You don't want it to be too much. Cutting them up pretty thin, as you can tell, about as thin as a knife. By the way, I am not a cook, but I can cook fish. Maybe some hamburgers, some steaks. I can do cereal too. Alright. And once we think we got enough on there, we're gonna see if we got a lemon. As you can see, I've laid some thin pieces on top of each piece. That won't stay there very long. It will run off. We're not going to be flipping these on the grill. All right, unfortunately, I don't have a lemon. Well, I did, but I don't know where it went. So, we're going to take these. We're going to get that grill fired up. I'm just going to put it on high, and then we'll set these on top of it. And I'll see you in just a minute. All right. We have the grill ready. So basically, just put them guys on there like that right there. That's it. Give it about, I usually set an 8-minute timer. Just make sure they're not burning or anything like that. But I'll let them go for about 10 or 11. As soon as they start flaking apart. So let's just go ahead and set an 8-minute timer and come back and check on them in a minute. Well, it has been 8 minutes. Nothing has stuck anywhere. I know I said do a little longer, but every fish is different. This is just crappie, so those are done. I am pretty sure. Oh yeah, you see how that flakes apart right there? Just falls right apart. That's how you know that is going to be some good fish. We're going to go ahead and... We were not prepared. I did not bring anything out here to grab this with. So we're going to go get something. Be right back. All right, y'all. Well, we have some delicious looking grilled crappie right here. Let's try a piece of it. That's pretty hot. That is so good. All right, go inside and get the vegetables and the whatever else my wife is making ready, and we're gonna eat this. I hope y'all have learned how to catch, clean, and cook some crappie. All right, well, I hope y'all learned something. It's not hard to clean fish. A lot of people overthink it. It's definitely not hard to cook it. It's super simple. You don't even have to do half the stuff that I did, but it's really good. It's really simple. You can do it on the side of the lake or the side of the river, whatever. You can do it in the boat. We do it. We've done it plenty of times. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this, like and subscribe. I'll definitely be posting some more.